This section is on the four methods for solving quadratic equations. So we have factoring, the square root property, completing the square, and the quadratic formula. So this table shows three examples, and it works through all three examples with all four methods. And as you can see, some of the methods can't be used for some of the examples. So we're going to get into all four of these methods in more detail. So the first method that we're going to look at is factoring. And the first type of factoring that we're going to look at is what I like to call fast factoring. And this is a method used for factoring trinomials where there's no coefficient in front of the x squared term. Or you could say that there's a 1 in front of the x squared term. And to do this, we must find two numbers. Now, these two numbers must multiply together to equal c. And they must add together to equal b. So question number 1, I have x squared minus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. So I'm going to put two parentheses, and I'm going to put an x and an x. And now I'm looking for those two numbers. And those two numbers must multiply together to give me negative 21 and add together to give me negative 4. So there's only two numbers that will do this, and that would be negative 7 and positive 3. If you wanted to check this, you could FOIL these two binomials and you would get back to this trinomial. So now I want to set each of these terms equal to 0 and then solve. So I have two answers, x is equal to 7 and x is equal to negative 3. And if you wanted to check these answers, you could plug them back into the original equation. And these are the only two numbers that make this original equation equal to 0.